Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back. So, in this video, I will be reviewing Eternal Oud by Lataffa. I've been excited to get this in, man. I've actually been kind of waiting to pull the trigger on it, but finally did. So this is the box that it comes in. It's kind of one of those deals where you get a box inside of a box. So it's the box, and they actually changed how it comes, because I have seen reviews where people, when they got it in, it came in like a not glass, it was like a plastic dome. They stopped doing that, it looks like, and now it just comes like this, and it'll just kind of sit inside of there. Looks like they kind of leaned away from that kind of plastic dome that it was coming in before. What do I think about this? I think this is so things that I've heard about this fragrance before picking it up is people are saying it smells like an old man, and I'm like, I get where they're coming from, but I think it smells like an old man in the best way possible. Like, there's nothing like stinky old man about this. Like, no, this smells like an old man that's older man, maybe not an old man, but smells like somebody, you know, probably in their 30s, that's really well established, maybe even pushing into their 40s, 50s. You can wear this if you're younger, but honestly, if you're not going to dress it up, if you don't do much like dress it up type of things, I don't know if I would pull the trigger on this. But if you tend to kind of, maybe you're trying to pursue a corporate America career, or you tend to do kind of some suit and tie stuff, maybe you do valet, something like that. Maybe you're a young guy, but you do valet at a restaurant on the weekend, something like that. It's definitely more of a elevated fragrance. And even then, I'll say, even if you are around that environment pretty often, I probably would steer away from this if you're not at least like 23. I'm in my late 20s, and even I can see somebody in their mid 30s, maybe 40s, wearing this like as a daily wear. You know, maybe somebody that on a typical, just super regular day, they're pretty much always wearing polo shirts. I could see them making this a signature scent. But me, I don't really wear polos all the time, but I do, every now and then I do kind of the whole dress it up, suit and tie type of thing. Just kind of depends on the week. And that's really where I would be wearing this. But most of the time, guys, I'm wearing a t-shirt, maybe like a golf polo shirt, and I'll have like some joggers on. I have been wearing this with this type of outfit, but really just to try it out, just to kind of test out the fragrance and get a feel for it. But realistically, if I was, after trying it out and kind of getting a feel for it, this is mainly going to be a dress it up fragrance for me. And just for reference, you know, I am in my late 20s, and like I said, if I don't have at least like a business casual outfit going on, I'm probably not throwing this on unless I just kind of want to smell it. And you know, typically I try not to put kind of like barriers on fragrances. Like, I'm the type of guy that'll wear fragrance rolled suits, which is a YSL tuxedo clone, casually. Even though that one's technically considered more like a dress it up patchouli fragrance, but that one I feel like for some reason the dry down kind of gets sexy, that kind of warm vanilla dry down, and I can wear that with pretty much any outfit. This one though is this one's elevated. This one I think I would struggle to just casually wear daily with like any outfit. This one for me is minimum I gotta be in like business casual type of attire. Otherwise I'm probably not pulling this out. So that's kind of what I get from this. Like I said, yeah, I get it. It might smell kind of like an older man, but in the best way possible. It smells like an elevated older man that just has his life together. It's not a bad thing at all. I like it, man. I really do. I tend to like amber fragrances. So let me read you guys off the notes. So off the top, you got plum and grapefruit. Middle notes, you got heliotrope and orchid. Base notes, you got benzoin, amber, vanilla, labdanum, tonka bean, and agarwood. The main thing that pokes out to me in the opening is you get a little bit of plum, and I feel like it's the heliotrope. I'm not really a professional, obviously, when it comes to like understanding exactly what a note smells like. But based on everything that's in here, I'm pretty familiar with most of these other notes. I feel like heliotrope and orchid might be the notes that I don't really recognize too well that are kind of punching through here. And I want to say it's heliotrope. I feel like orchid isn't as punchy of a smell. But yeah, there's something about this that comes off. You definitely feel the plum. You get some of that plum, a little bit of the grapefruit off the top. But more than anything, there's like a spice or something that just comes off pretty sharp, but also kind of makes it feel kind of elevated, right? I want to say it's the heliotrope, man. If I'm not wrong, it's probably the heliotrope. But like I said, guys, I'm not a professional when it comes to understanding what every note smells like. I'll do my best. More than anything, I try to convey the emotion of what a fragrance kind of, how it makes me feel, who it's for, kind of just whatever nuances I kind of understand about the fragrance. But you definitely pick up a little bit of that plum. And like I said, I'm pretty sure it's the heliotrope that's really kind of punching through and hitting the nose. I don't want to say in a screechy way. This actually doesn't come off screechy at all, but it definitely is like a sharp. There's like a sharp spice mixed in with that plum and the plum and the amber. When you first spray it on, it really kind of punches your nose, but not in a super offensive way. It's done just right. Like, it definitely kind of makes a statement. It's not like a smooth fragrance, no. This is a sharp fragrance that kind of intrudes your nose a little bit. In a good way, though. Yeah, I like this, man. Like I said, if you're under 23, probably skip this one. Unless you're just really mature 23-year-old. This is 23 and up and more of a dress it up fragrance. Unless you're in your mid 30s or 40s, maybe 50s, you could probably pull this off as a daily wear. But for me, late 20s, I'm dressing this up pretty much every time. Longevity. I was getting about 8 hours from this, kind of average longevity, which is fine for the type of fragrance this is. Any dress it up event, I probably won't need more than 8 hours anyways. So, I was getting 8 hours from this. I actually had a lot of fun layering this as well. And that's something that, if you want to pick it up and you do like that scent profile, if you've smelled the original Grand Soir, which is what this is imitating, if you've smelled the original Grand Soir from MFK and you just really like that scent profile, but maybe want to try to find a way to make it more wearable, I was layering this with a few different things that actually made sense. Some other kind of ambery fragrances. So I was layering this with some Stronger With You DNA fragrances that I have. I was layering this with some the Most Wanted Intense DNA fragrances that I have, and it made it more wearable. It kind of made it a little more casual. But yeah, you'll get about 8 hours from this. Projection's right middle of the pack. It's not punching through super hard, but it's also not a skin scent at all. It's like right in the middle, which is probably right about where you want it to be. It might even project a little bit too much for me, just because I would be dressing this up. And typically, if I'm throwing on a suit and tie or something kind of more dressy, I'm probably going to be indoors. So this might even project a little bit more than I would like it to. But usually only for about the first hour and a half, 2 hours. It really kind of settles down at the second hour mark. But like I said, guys, I like this. People say it smells like an old man. I'm kind of like, sure, I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily. It's like, it smells like an older man in the best way possible, like I said. So yeah, guys, expect to get, at least for me, I got about 8 hours on my skin, medium projection, kind of right about where you want it to be. Maybe it projects a little more than I would like. And the scent profile's good, man. Like I said, I don't really understand the heliotrope note, but I think that's what makes it kind of punch through, because it's not a smooth fragrance. It's not overly screechy, but it definitely kind of has a sharpness to it that punches through and kind of makes a statement. So, yeah, it's not like a subtle fragrance at all. It definitely, it's trying to not announce itself, but it makes a statement. Like, your presence is felt. The fragrance is trying to make its presence felt, for sure. So what I give this? I'm not going to speak on the closeness because I don't have Grand Soir by MFK. And I haven't smelled it in a while. I probably smelled that fragrance a good 4 times, but the last time I smelled it was a while ago. So I'm not going to talk on how close it is, but from what I remember, I want to say it's probably about 88%, but I can always come back and do another video once I get my nose on it again. But as far as what do I rate this fragrance? In rating it, I'm going to rate it not as an everyday wear, but I'm rating it as a dress it up fragrance. Throwing it on with a suit and tie, fresh haircut, fresh shave, you're looking good. This is a 9.3. It is perfect for dressing it up. Honestly, it might be my most kind of dress up fragrance that I have right now. I only have a few, probably like 4 kind of dress it up fragrances. This one would probably be the most kind of elevated. Like this one's definitely suit and tie. I can pull it off business casual, but it almost feels like I'd be dressing it down if I was wearing it business casual. If you throw it on with a suit and tie, it just makes sense. It's like, okay, makes sense. But you can pull it off in business casual, like I said. Just kind of depends on your age and your personality, but I give this a 9.3, guys. I was surprised at how much I enjoyed this, because at first it kind of grew on me. So I've worn this probably 5 times. I got this like a week and a half ago, and I've worn it probably about 5 times, and it grew on me. At first I was kind of like, okay, and then as I kept wearing it, it just started to grow on me, and I was kind of like, it almost makes me want to find more reasons to dress up. Like that's kind of, this grew on me. I was like, I wish I had more reasons to wear it, because I like it. I really like it. And I've heard a lot of people say this is one of the better Latafas. And like I said, I'm not going to speak on the closeness as far as how well it's cloning Grand Soir, but just on its own, this is one of my favorite Latafas that I've gotten. I just wish there was more instances for me to wear it, but definitely do not regret picking this up. So yeah, guys, that's my rating. I give this a 9.3 out of 10. Like I said, if you're a younger guy, probably skip out on this unless you happen to do kind of some more dress it up type of events, or maybe valet, that type of stuff. But I like this, man. I'm glad I have it. So that's it for this one, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope this helps if you're thinking about picking it up. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.